Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, y'all? Earl Miller here, out of Philly, and currently staying in Bear, Delaware, during this crazy time. And I'm going to give you the instructional for one of my latest dances, 215 Alright. It's a very basic beginner line dance, 3 parts. Can't say which wall it is because there's different walls for different parts. So for part 1 and part 2 is front wall, except with part 2 you're going to rock around to get back to the front, and then part 3 is front and back. Okay? So I'm going to turn my back and we're going to get started. Part 1, you're going to walk to the right, walk to the left, walk back, walk up. So it's walk right, walk left, back it up, walk it up. In part 1. So the amount of times you're going to do the part, you're not going to do the same amount of times. So the first rotation, you're going to do part 1 twice. And then the second rotation, you're going to do part 1 3 times. Okay? So let's practice part 1 in the first rotation. 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk right. Walk left. Walk back. Walk up. Do it again. Walk right. Walk left. Walk back. Walk up. Okay? So that's part 1. Part 2. Before we get to part 2, let me just say that with part 1, you're going to always start with your right foot. So you're going to walk to the right with your right foot, then walk left with your left foot, walk back with your right foot, walk up with your right foot. Okay? So that's the walk. Part 2, you're going to grapevine to the right, grapevine to the left, right up and left up. So grapevine, grapevine left, right up, left up. Okay? So let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Grapevine to the right, grapevine to the left, right up, left up. From here, you're going to do a pivot turn. So step up right, half turn to the back, then you're going to step right again, and then pivot turn to the front, which is 2 half turns, okay? Or step half turn with your right, okay? From the top, part 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, walk right. Walk left. Right up, left up. Step and turn, step and turn. From here, to finish part 2, you're going to rock around slow for a 16 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the part 2. So with part 2, it's kind of the same with part 1, where the amount of times you're going to do it is different. So part 2 in the first rotation is going to be done once, and then the second rotation is going to be done twice. So let's practice part 2 in the first rotation, which is done 1 time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Grapevine right, grapevine left, right up, left up, step and turn, rock around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And that's part 2. So part 3, you're going to do a series of cha-chas. So it's cha-cha, up left, cha-cha, back right, cha-cha, up left, cha-cha, half, right, left. Once you get to the back wall, you're going to do the same steps. Cha-chas. There's no changes, there's no altercations, none of that. Okay? So let's do part 3, front and back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Cha-cha, up left, cha-cha, back right, cha-cha, up left, cha-cha, half, right, left, and cha-cha, up left. Cha-cha, back right, cha-cha, up left, cha-cha, half, right, left, And when you make that half turn, it's always towards your right, and it starts with your right. So it's right, left. And that is the end of the dance, and it's also the end of part 3. So with part 3, you're always gonna do front and back. And once you get finished with part 3, you're gonna go back to part 2, and then that's the end of the song, okay? So we're gonna try 215, Alright, with the music. Let me just get to it real quick, hold on 1 second. And I'm actually gonna give you the instrumental version because the actual music has explicit lyrics. And I know a lot of times people get offended when you have explicit lyrics playing. So we're gonna do the instrumental version, okay?
Have you ever wanted to know who is following your Instagram
Hold on 1 second,
profile?
we got the ad.
Who?
Okay. And I'm gonna call out the parts in a rotation, okay? Okay. All right. Thank you all for watching. This is the conclusion of my instructional for 215 Alright line dance. Basic beginner, 3 parts. Thank you, and we'll see you on the wood. Miss you all.